What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, I need you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct, but it's wordy and hard to read.
Man, that shit turned me on.
Sorry, I'm not into short guys.
I'm fine. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be just fine. I'm just gonna be just fine.
When he says he's 6'3".
Nice.
So guys, I gotta speak on this because it's a real one. It's a real one, man. So shout out to all my short kings out there. A lot of guys out there putting in work, man. Getting overlooked, being the underdog. You know, I'm there. Okay, I'm 5'8", and I know how difficult it is to overcome things when it comes to not only in your dating life but in sports as well. Okay, so I want to speak to these snippets of videos. Okay, a lot of these women out here who have a height requirement, they're not even all that. Okay, it's a lot of regular girls out there who try and implement this height requirement into their life, and sometimes they'll mess with a dude who doesn't fit their height requirement, but they don't want to really deal with him on a long term, even if he was a guy who, you know, was suitable. Okay, I see this happen a lot of times, and what I will say is that at the end of the day, a lot of these women are not going to get what they want. Okay, just when it comes to the percentage of tall guys like who are over 6 feet out here, it's not that much. Okay, it's 1 in 10 essentially, and quite frankly, it's gonna be some chicks who gonna get left out, or they're gonna have to double up. Okay, and we know a lot of these chicks are not willing to double up in a relationship context, but they'll double up as in they'll get their cheeks clapped by the dude, but they ain't really gonna, you know, stay with them. So in that case, man, if you are a guy and you're under 6 feet, these are some tips to help you out, bro. So for one, you need to make sure that you dressing good, bro. You need to make sure that you dressing good. You make sure that you fly. Make sure your jeans are ironed, you know, shirts ironed, so that people can see your figure. Okay. For two, you want to make sure that you work on your body, bro. You want to make sure that you have some outstanding features in your body, whether you got nice arms, chest, traps, whatever. Okay, abs. You want to make sure that you are making, you're basically overcoming a lot of the pitfalls that a lot of the short kings have. Okay, because it's some short kings out here who are like fat, you know what I mean, and they're struggling the most. Okay, you might think, oh, I'm just a guy and I'm short, and you know, you're skinny or whatnot, and you got average looks or whatever, but it's another short king out there who is fat and he's struggling with his diet or something like that, and that's who the world is ishing on the most. Okay, so when it comes to being a short king, bro, for one, you got to make sure you're dressing right, your hygiene is right. For two, you want to make sure that you work on your physical, you know what I mean, your body and stuff. And then third, you want to make sure that you got that bag right. Okay, you want to make sure that you a good stable dude so that you can pick and choose, because I know if you're out here on dating apps and stuff like that, girls are gonna ask you your height, so you can pretty much play a numbers game with the dating apps if you want to. But if you got your money right, bro, you are going to be able to maneuver out here and you're not really gonna have to strap yourself down to one chick, okay? Because you got your body right, you got your bread right, man, you're gonna have options. It don't matter. And you'll see, you'll start to open up and be like, dang, I didn't know that I had this amount of power, this amount of options, this amount of selection ability. You know, you're not gonna even, honestly, it's gonna like be a shock to you once you get your bread right. Because I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. It's a lot of tall dudes who is bummy, like bums, like dudes who ain't got no paper. They staying with their ma dukes, they doing whatever, they trying to get out the mud, whatever, but they don't have a foundation. So you know, in that case, you got to make sure that you set those 3 pillars, bro, so that you can overcome those other things, right? Because what I always have noticed is that a lot of chicks will say they have a height requirement, but at the end of the day, you always have to look at who she's getting smashed by, bro. And you ain't gonna know directly, but you can kind of tell, especially if y'all follow each other on social media and stuff like that. The dude who is clapping the cheeks, bro, usually he doesn't fit all of the requirements, okay? A lot of them will have this money requirement. There's not a lot of guys making that much money that they be saying that they want, okay? So they are having to settle in other ways, and they will swap out some of those things that they settle for. It depends on how attractive you make yourself, okay? It depends on, you know, your conversation, your ability to, you know, keep a conversation, be engaging, all that kind of stuff. And also game, bro. Just understanding that you can't be one of them dudes who is like up her back and texting and doing it all good morning beautiful, bro. That joint is dead, bro. All of that is dead, bro. I'm telling you right now, if you're using the good morning beautiful game in the mornings, good night, have a whatever, all that stuff, all that cordial stuff, bro, is dead. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Unless you got a long-term girlfriend and y'all be doing that, even then I would not advise you to be doing all that. It's too much, okay? It's too much, and they end up using that against you. Like I said, man, these women love embarrassing men on social media, so you got to make sure that you are not out here getting finessed too, okay? So what I've always said is that a lot of these women will deal with a guy who is their height or taller, okay? So you'll see a 5'5" girl, she'll be like, oh, I want a 6 foot dude, but end up, you know, messing with a 5'9" dude, you know, and he's the one clapping the cheeks at the end of the night. You know what I mean? So a lot of these things happen, okay? A lot of these women, when they talk about their standards, they throwing stuff in the air, throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, okay? Because most of them can't even stick to the things that they say that they want in their own lives. So when it comes to men, we all know that their selection ability is weak, especially when they try and filter with the height standard. So, you know, a lot of them are going to end up hitting the wall and, you know, not getting what they want. Then they're going to try and, you know, deal with you on the back end when you 30 and stuff like that. And the girl you went to high school with, she trying to deal with you when you like 26, 27. You know what I mean? This happened to me, you know what I mean? Like, it was girls who definitely dubbed me because of my height. And then, you know, years later when I got my stuff together, I mean, I always been fit, but just when I like was more of a full package as a grown man, you know, they hitting the DMs, you know what I mean? And it's just like, you know, back then they didn't want me. So that's how I feel about it, you know what I mean? And I know you ain't supposed to hold grudges, but man, it's more about it's more about self-respect. You know what I mean? It's more about self-respect. It's more about knowing that, hey man, you passed up on me when I was not what I am, and that is a testament to the loyalty. That is a testament to how much you really like that individual, okay? So, you know, once you start advancing in life, bro, you start understanding that certain things are not as important, and I think that a lot of these women come to that realization as well. And then they'll try and deal with you on the back end. So there's a positive and a negative between that, because for one, you don't want her when she all ran through and stuff like that. Like she done been through it all, done it all. Like she's a done, you know what I mean? So like she done been through it all, okay? And you don't want to deal with her on the back end just because it's like, bro, you now you 30, you know what I'm saying? You done gained 20, 30 pounds, all that type of stuff. You're not really in the best position when I wanted you. So now I don't want you no more, okay? So you could really get some like, oh, yeah, you should have messed with me back then, like type revenge type clapping the cheeks, but I don't advise that. You know, I know some dudes will do it, you know, and I've done it before. I ain't gonna cap. But at the end of the day, it ain't even worth them getting that attachment and then you breaking it off and then they tripping all sides. Y'all know how to, like when a girl knows you longer and she know, oh, I knew how you used to be and this and that, like they'll really try and, you know, do some life altering things just because they feel like, oh, you waited this long for me and da 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 da. You know what I mean? Ugh. It's just a big mishap, bro. I could tell you some stories, but I will, you know, I won't bore you guys. But anyways, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know, Reclaim Your Throne.
Reclaim your throne.